Hey everybody, my name is Michaela Purnell and I hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day today. So let me get straight into the content of today's video. Today I'm here to talk to you about the Gates Scholarship, which is it actually is a new scholarship. My year 2018, what's up class of 2018, is the very first cohort of the scholarship. So I know there's not an extensive amount of data out there about it, and so I was hoping in me making this video that I'm able to help any high school students, high school seniors specifically, who are interested in applying. If you want to hear from the perspective of somebody who's actually gotten the scholarship, what my application looked like, what my essays look like, X, Y, and Z. And then also I was hoping that I could clarify any other things that you wanted to know about the scholarship. Please comment below if you have any questions that I might be able to answer. The Gates Scholarship is awarded to 300 minority students across the country, it is for Pell-eligible minority high school seniors. Well, the Gates Millennium Scholarship is ended in 2016. That was the last cohort they had, and it's funding. Each year they chose 1,000 scholars across the nation, and these students would get funding for their undergraduate education as well as graduate school. So they did pay for graduate school. My new year, 2017, really, Michaela? 2017, they did not have a Gates Scholarship or a Gates Millennium Scholarship at all. There was no scholarship fund from the Gates Foundation that I'm aware of. But then my year, 2018, they started up a new fund called the Gates Scholarship, which is what I have received. And it is only for undergraduate studies. That is the only thing they will fund. But they do not fund graduate school like how they do with the Gates Millennium, which I'm cool, because honestly, getting any kind of funding, guaranteed funding every year for my whole undergraduate, that's great. I'll figure graduate school out somehow. I mean, I'll keep scavenging for scholarships somehow, and either way, this is still a blessing. But yeah, they do not fund graduate school. Also, that was honestly the main difference. Oh, also, instead of choosing 1,000 students per year like they did for the Gates Millennium Scholarship, there are only 300 students chosen per year for the Gates Scholarship. So Gates Millennium, I don't have that. Gates Scholarship, that's what I got. 2 different scholarship funds here. So yeah, those are the main differences, and those are the main things that you would want to be aware of. But make sure that you understand that there are different requirements, the whole application is different, the process is different. So many things are different from the last Gates Millennium Scholarship. So that's what I'm trying to clarify for you in this video, is what exactly are the differences and what does the process look like. So July 14th to September 15th, all of you people go ahead and apply. Go do it. It's very, very easy. They ask for very basic things about you, such as they ask for your GPA, they ask for your course selection, all the courses that you've taken throughout high school, what high school you go to, or high schools if you went to multiple, your family background, so your mother, your father, what their highest level of schooling was, X, Y, Z, yada, yada, yada. They ask for your ethnicity or your race. For me, African American was the box I checked off. And very basic stuff about your demographic and about your student profile. Oh yeah, and your SAT score. Application. If you make it onto the semifinals from the initial application round, here is what they are looking for you to do. So first of all, you're notified if you move on to the semifinals on November 15th. Go check your email or go check your Gates Scholarship portal, because when you initially applied, you had to make an account on their website and everything. Really easy stuff. But you go ahead, you check that portal, you log in, you see if you're in the next round. It tells you in a big box on the front if you made it to the next round. There are 2,000 kids who make it to that round, and in this round you need to write 4 essays four, and each of them will be 400 words. And then you also have to get 2 teacher letters of recommendation, as well as you have to give a list of your extracurricular activities in detail. Let me let you in on an inside, well, actually, I don't think this is inside knowledge, because they wouldn't have told us this, but they have a point system at this phase of the application when you're in the semifinals. So they're looking to see for your honors, for your awards, and your lists of extracurriculars. Let's say, for example, you say you got this award. They're looking to see if it's a regional award, if it's a national award, if it's international, XYZ, yada, yada, yada. They want to know what exactly your extracurriculars consist of, how you've been contributing to your community. And for this round, I also submitted a copy of my curriculum vitae, or CV, which is basically a resume, except it's a lot more detailed than that. And I can definitely post that too if you would want to. Just let me know in the comments. Okay, and the last factor that I almost forgot to mention, which is extremely important, is you need to submit your FAFSA. I remember they sent me a notification and I had to submit mine by late October, I believe. So it comes around March 1st and you get this nice, beautiful email that tells you you've made it to the finalist round. Sorry, I thought I heard something, but dun 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 dun. It's like Jaws is clicking, like, you know, all this stuff. You see the red, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's so close by, and you're just on the threshold of getting this scholarship. So yeah, like I said, March 1st is when they'll let you know, and here's what they're looking for. You will be interviewed on the phone. They will be calling you, the foundation or a representative of the foundation will be calling you within 48 hours to let you know when they'll schedule an interview time for you. For me, I ended up scheduling mine like 2 weeks after I was notified, so I could get enough time to brush up on interviewing skills. You definitely want to practice. I remember I was sitting down with my mom for several hours, and we were just going over common interviewer questions, some of them which I was asked. So look up definitely those common interview questions. Make sure you're prepared. Know why. Know things like, what do you think you can impact the community? How do you think you can impact the community if you're able to get this scholarship? Definitely I would give props and say how this specific scholarship is impacting me. And in my opinion, or in my words, I was saying basically, I'm so grateful that Bill and Melinda Gates saw my community, my community of minority students as a worthy investment as education. So that was something that I said, and I said it in a less awkward manner. If you didn't notice by now, I'm slightly awkward, and I own it. Okay, hunty. Moving on. There are 600 people who make it to this round. You whittled it down from this big application pool. Be darn sure everybody made it to this point for a reason. So definitely want to make sure that you're bringing the heat. But don't worry. If you prepare well, if you go ahead and you make sure you know some interview questions like the back of your hand, know why you want to contribute to your community, know what does a scholarship mean to you, know things such as what are some struggles that you've had to overcome, and how has your community supported you through your life experience. Things like that are all very important things that you should know, but it might be hard to answer those things off the top of your head. So definitely prepare to answer those questions. So you've been through this extensive process, which has taken 7 months long by now. You know, you finished your interviewer session and you're a finalist, and you're just waiting on the last and final part of this whole process. You want to see your decision. It comes out on April 20th. You'll be getting a notification. I know I got a text message, because they do also send text messages. And they told me to go check my student portal. And so I checked, and that was where I got the big reveal. And yay, happy jumping for joy for me and my family. So yes, you deserve it. And no matter what happens, you made it this far, and you need to be proud of yourself for that. That in itself is a huge and very commendable a very commendable achievement. So I hope the best for you. And let's get straight into these next couple videos. Please join me in my next 4 videos in this 5-part series where I will be reading you the supplemental essays that I wrote for my semifinalist round. And I do believe that they played a pretty integral role in me getting into the finals and ultimately getting selected for the scholarship. I really thought this would be a nice aesthetic, as you know, different from my bedroom, but I guess Mother Nature's trying to play me right now. Oh well.